You are now listening to the voice of horror.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, because you're headed to the Nightwatch zone.
You think it's over now? You're wrong.
All aboard the night train.
It's over, Prime. This is the siege. I'm a man of my word.
Hey. Yeah. Dead or alive, consider this home. No killing the vibe in the Nightwatch zone. Xenomorphs hype when the lights come on. Hit like and subscribe and the show might blow. Go viral, no COVID, it's a spiral. Emotions, hand on the Bible. Only go sign and the dopest your vitals. Better tune in, yeah, you know it's vital. From Schwarzenegger to Kane Hodder, Corey G down to Harry Potter. Shit's Sigourney Weaver, love the Nightwatch zone. Come with me to the Nightwatch zone.
Well, there are two things a man should never run from, even if they cost him his life.
Let the dangertainment begin out there.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We're ready to rock and roll versus Battle World tonight, Tuesday night. Kills with me, Coriander, of course, and Eric. And guys, tonight we're gonna be stepping out on a limb, so to speak. We're gonna be having a battle of Wishmaster from 1997 versus Leprechaun from 1993. How's it going, guys?
Good. Happy to be here.
All right. For you guys in the chat, just to give you guys a blanket hello. Hope you guys are all doing well. Let's see who we have real quick before we get into this epic battle of all time. Jen, what's going on, Jen? Jen saying, I really need to see Leprechaun. There's that. What's up, Steven? In the house from Craven Something Scary. Saying, Wishmaster is a must-watch movie. Love that film. Wes Craven was executive producer. That's right. Yes. Good to see you, man. Hope you are doing well. Steven in the house. Steven Jervis and Friends Podcast saying, hey, everyone. Nice. Hope all is well. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Jen, I hope people know about the stream. I have my notification on for this, and once again was not given the 30-minute notification. YouTube must hate me. Oh man.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry,
YouTube is funky like that because sometimes I get it with the 30-minute notice, and then sometimes it'll be like right as you went live that you're going to go live in 30 minutes.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy, man. YouTube definitely doesn't make it easy for content creators. It really doesn't, but that's okay. We fight through it. We always have. Trickster in the house saying this is a really tough choice as I liked both of these movies. All right. Okay. Melissa's in the house. What's up, Melissa? Good to see you. Nanette's in the house. What's going on, Nanette? Trickster saying Warwick had a lot of fun, but so did the guy who played the Djinn. Yeah. Yep. Andrew Dioff. Denisha, what's going on? Good to see you too. Wesley's in saying this should be interesting. That's exactly what we thought too. Mm-hmm. We thought it too. Philip's in the house. Jason Dyer, what's going on? Good to see you guys too. And Eric's in the chat saying hello, movie fans. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Just to remind people, if you haven't already, hit the like button and it will help us out. And let's see what else we got going on here. Gina, it says Gina's a channel member. I thought you were already, Gina. Wow. Hey.
Already.
Well, thank you. I thought you already were. That's crazy. All right. But hey, thank you, Gina. We appreciate it. You're all right. I seriously did. I thought that she already was. Oh man, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much. What's up, Jake? Jake's in the
Hey, Jake.
house. Killjoy Jake.
Hey.
We got two of the Lethal Collective in here. You guys are all right. All right. And we're starting off quick. Peter in the chat. Peter Anthony himself sending in the $2 super chat saying, "Let's rock. Can't wait to see the quote unquote fight." There you go. There you go. Hey, you'd never know though. And Eric has been our historian, so to speak, keeping track of the record. And it's been very, very interesting. Just when you thought you knew who'd win.
Yeah.
It doesn't always happen that way.
Yeah, just because, I'll just leave it at that. I'm very surprised who is in very last place, like last place, considering how popular they are on this channel.
Right? I know. It's like, how has he lost every time? It's not right.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right, guys. You know what we're going to do. We're going to be talking about Wishmaster and Leprechaun. We've got the categories all set up. We're going to be giving our points for you guys in the chat. This is what we're going to be doing. If you send in a super chat, once we start the grading and the ranking through these categories, let us know which franchise you want to put that super chat towards, and we will count that as a point. You can also deduct a point if you wish, but you have to let us know that in the super chat itself. So that's going to be part of our twist for tonight. We got another twist too, but we'll get to that when we get to it. All right, guys. Eric's like, no, don't do it. And as you guys know, we got to get into this because what are we going to be entering, Kill? You know what we're going to be entering? This is what we're going to be.
Territory.
This is what we're going to be entering.
We are going to enter a mystery wrapped up inside of a riddle, inside of an enigma. Now, remember this.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
Okay, I love that you're now using Busta just randomly. Busta deserves to be used randomly, and not just when we're talking about Halloween.
Yes.
Randomly and sporadically.
That's sporadically. I like the way you say that, Eric. Gina was saying, I thought I was, but I realized when I went to join, I'd been gifted. Oh, okay. So you were gifted before and now you've rejoined. If I got that right, let me know, Gina. And if so, either way, thank you so much. We truly do appreciate it because people that get gifted, once it runs out, it does run out. So if you rejoined, that means you're all right. Okay.
Wow.
Let's get this Coriander. Wow. Let's get this thing going, man.
All right.
We have got the categories and we're ready to rock and roll. Category number 1 is going to be the poster. Kill. We're going to start with you. We've got 2 posters. We've got one for Leprechaun, and of course, we've got one for Wishmaster. Here's Leprechaun's poster. He's peeking out, looking at you. And then, of course, we've got Wishmaster right here. Kill, give me your quick thought and who you're going to vote for.
I'm going to go with Wishmaster here. And these might be silly reasons, but they're mine. I love the lettering, the red lettering of the title movie. The scary face, the symmetry between the darkness and the curves of the face. And it just looks way more intimidating than a little leprechaun peeking into a door. That's just my opinion.
All right. Hey, real quick too, we got the mayor in the chat. We got the bearded entertainment himself, Eric. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. And he's got a 7-month anniversary part of our horror. Yeah, part of our horror guru tier, a top tier, man. Thank you so much for all your support, man. Yeah, he's truly awesome, and it's always fun having him here in the live chat and on the panel. We've had a lot of great laughs. We had a lot of great laughs the other night for our watch party, right, Coriander? It was
man.
Great. And Eric talking about Piggly Wiggly and stuff like that, man. It's like, it's fun. But thank you so much, man. He says, Leprechaun's underappreciated, in my opinion. He's so entertaining to watch. True enough. All right. So, Coriander, how about you? Which one we going with for poster?
Can you show the other one again?
And are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Night, I think you're the one that's chopping in and out, but
you're chopping in and out, Night.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I'll let you pick a poster. I can.
Okay, so can you show the other one again? Because you did it so fast. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Wishmaster too. You know.
Okay.
Because it just looks, yeah. Okay. Go right ahead then.
All right. Okay. Melissa saying I like Leprechaun with Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, that's the first one. Yep, absolutely. We got Chris in the chat. Chris from Horrorland saying, "Hey guys, these characters are personal favorites of mine, so this should be fun." Awesome.
Very cool.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Steven saying the Wishmaster poster is sick. There you go. Trickster saying Woolrick for me. Russell's going with Wishmaster. Chris is going with Leprechaun. All right. Steven's going off in the chat. Not to mention that awesome Wes Craven at the top. Yeah, that's true, man. It
doesn't hurt.
Yeah. James going with Leprechaun. Jen's going with Wishmaster. All right, man. It's always fun to see these down the line. You know what I mean? Like so many people on one side or not. Gina saying, yes, I rejoined. I realized I was gifted. Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much. Saying you're welcome. Love you guys. You're all right. You're all right. Thank you so much for the support, Gina. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ronan's in the chat.
Hey, Ronan.
What's up, Ronan? Saying, what's up, everyone? Just watched Wishmaster. It was cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Eric, how about you? Who are we going to give this point to?
Quick thoughts is, honestly, I think they're both kind of generic looking. I don't think there's really anything special about these particular posters. So it's kind of a flip of a coin. But if I'm going to pick, I'm actually going to go with Leprechaun because we actually get to see what the Leprechaun looks like. That is not what the Djinn looks like in the poster. And the fact that it's, like, I don't know how the image of Warwick is right there. I don't know if it's a digital image or if that's really him. But the fact that it's really him and not this drawing of the Djinn in the background, I'm giving props to that. So I'm going with the Leprechaun.
All right. Okay. For me, I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying. These are fairly generic compared to some of our previous posters that we've had to, decide upon. I love the way that with Leprechaun, like you said, Eric, you've got Warwick coming out, behind a door, and he looks pretty ominous, and that's what he looks like. Wishmaster, I agree. It's not what the Djinn looks like, so it's kind of deceiving. But I do love the red font, and that looks really, really cool, kind of like what Kill was saying. But I'm going to give the point to Leprechaun because that is actually Warwick Davis. That's what he looks like, and so forth. And it just kind of, has a little bit more of an eeriness to me, because I'm like, that doesn't look like, the guy on the box of my Lucky Charms. So I'm gonna go with Leprechaun on this one. All right. Ronan says he's going with Leprechaun. My name is not Earl is in the chat saying he's going with Leprechaun. All right. Nice. Okay. Next up, we are going to go to the tagline. Kill the taglines. Okay. So for Wishmaster, we've got the tagline right there underneath what looks like the Djinn saying, be careful what you wish for. And then for Leprechaun, let me just pull that up, says your luck just ran out. Okay, what are your thoughts and your point, Kill?
I actually like them both, and they are fitting of the movie. They're not just saying we saved the best for last or some jazz like that. You're
talking about the winner, the champion of last week.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Undisputed. Freddy's dead.
With this one, I'm gonna have to go with Leprechaun. I kind of like that. I kind of like the ominous, ness of that a little bit more.
All right. and Jen is still upset about the notification. She's about to literally start a war with YouTube. That's what she's going to do.
She's going to go to the offices.
Do it, Jen. Do it. Trickster saying the tagline for Wishmaster. Steven is waving the flag for Wishmaster. He is waving his hands, dancing around, saying it ties perfect to the film. There you go. Let's see. D's in the house saying I like both. Russell's going with Wishmaster. Nanette saying I like Leprechaun's tagline. Eric is going with Wishmaster. This is so down the line. I love this stuff, man. I really do. Coriander, what's your quick thought and point for the tagline? For Leprechaun, it says, your luck just ran out. And for Wishmaster, it says, be careful what you wish for.
I'm going to have to go with Wishmaster. I mean, this little leprechaun just reminding you that your luck ran out. It's like, dude, I could probably walk faster than he could run.
Well, we're talking about the tagline only.
Well, I know, so
we're
it's not that menacing. It's not that menacing. Where this looks like, yeah, be careful because you gotta be. So
because of the words.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay. I was like,
all right, stop giving me shit.
Well, I'm just making sure that we score it right because it's not for the poster or the character or what they look like. It's just for the words. Words alone. Okay. All right. So you're going with Wishmaster. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Eric, how about you, man? What are your thoughts and who you going with?
I like them both. They're pretty decent. I'm gonna go with Leprechaun. The reason why is I think it's a more definitive tagline. Wishmaster, be careful what you wish for. Okay. But your luck just ran out. That's more definitive with the type of horror movie I guess we're going to see. You know what I mean? You're in for trouble. Definitely. So I'm going with that.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Not Earl saying your luck just ran out. Great tag. Let's see. Russell saying that Leprechaun was fast though, Coriander. He was waddling on down the street. Oh my God. Philip's going with Leprechaun. Chris is going with Wishmaster. For me, I think both taglines, it's very even. I think they're both very short and to the point, and they both do connect to the movie, or at least what you think is the movie, because again, we're just going by tagline and not what we see in the movie. But I think I got to give my point. I got to go with Leprechaun as well. I think it just has a certain ring to it. Your luck just ran out. You know what I mean? Versus be careful what you wish for. It's
like, well,
no shit. Well, I'm just saying when it says your luck just ran out,
like
it's kind of like
shit. Like with your luck just ran out, a lucky leprechaun. Okay, no shit.
Well,
yeah, okay.
I'm just saying.
Gotcha.
I think the tagline for Leprechaun is a little bit better, man. But they're close, and they're both kind of. They're both, they are. I will say that, I don't know if I said that already, but they are both good, and they're very both short and sweet and to the point. So, again, pretty damn close. All right, so let's go to our next category here, and that is the opening kill. What do you think of the opening? Quick thought, and who are you going to give that point to, bro?
Both of the openings were kind of just okay to me, but I'm a sucker for like period piece throwback kind of stuff. And I gotta go with Wishmaster, and the reason I'm going for that is, for me, the opening to Leprechaun was just in a farmhouse with this guy talking to his wife and like, hey, we're in the big leagues, honey. It's like, all right. The opening to Wishmaster, I mean, you're back in like Persia and crazy gore pretty much right off the rip, right. And then when you come to the present day, you got Robert Englund and so forth. So this was going with Wishmaster.
Okay, all right, we're going with Wishmaster. Coriander, how about you?
I agree with Killian. I mean, the opening was kind of lame, and it's almost like, damn, if the opening is this lame, I can just imagine what the rest of this movie is going to be like. So yeah.
For which movie?
Leprechaun, obviously.
Oh,
Which movie? Oh man.
All right. So you're going with Wishmaster.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Eric, how about you?
I will say both have their moments of good, but they're very, very different. I think I'll just say with Leprechaun, there's a bit more than just the man and the woman in the farmhouse. There is some creepiness to it. I think after the wife is killed and the Leprechaun is mimicking her voice, even behind her dead body, I think that's kind of creepy. That notwithstanding, it's balls to the walls when it comes to Wishmaster. There really is no comparison. Not just with the gore. I like Kill said, the period piece in Persia, but just the flat out creativity of all the abominations that are happening. You got some type of bird coming out of some man's stomach, biting another person, someone thrown and turned into the wall, the lizard guy. You're going to know what you're getting into with the Jinn, with more so with Wishmaster than with Leprechaun. So
all right. Okay. We got you. For me, I think, kind of like what you said too, Eric. The opening for Wishmaster, I mean, all of you guys said it was just this chaos going on. It was really, really cool to see. And also very interesting, like setting up the whole story, which I thought was really cool. With Leprechaun, it's much more something that is, that you're more familiar with to see. But I did think, kind of like what you said, Eric, I thought it was some interesting stuff. And also like you said, when he was mimicking the wife and there was some creepy stuff going on.
The singing in the suitcase.
Yeah. I think there was some really good stuff that was happening in the opening. Put it this way, it was still interesting to me because I hadn't seen Leprechaun since I was a kid, man. So anyways, but I have to give, well, that, Eric, you know me.
I didn't know it was that
freaking
long.
franchise.
I knew you hated it. I didn't know you hated it was that long. Wow.
I was just like, I got to stay away from this franchise, man. Once we went to space in the hood, I was like, come on, stop it. You're wrong. Okay, but I got to give the point to Wishmaster because it was.
He went to the hood twice. That's for sure.
Bro, don't remind me. Come on.
Hanging out in space with Pinhead.
It's not right. All right. And that Jason's the only one that can do it. He's the only one. Let's see. Hale's in the chat. What's going on? Voting for Leprechaun. Let's see. You guys are so funny. Steven is going for Wishmaster. Nanette's going for Wishmaster. You guys are all right. Chris saying going with Wishmaster again. The opening was bonkers crazy. Yeah, it was. It really was. Steven Stan Wishmaster set the tone right out of the gate. Yep. James going with Wishmaster as well. D with Wishmaster. Eric with Wishmaster. Philip saying Leprechaun. It was creepy, at least for me. It was when you see his eyes in the suitcase and him singing that in that little girl voice.
Yep.
Yes. Jason saying my heart is not fully recovered from the phantasm battles. This is way less stressful. Wishmaster for me.
It's nice to see Jason is still around after all that.
That's right. Hey, Sarah's in the chat. Good to see you, Sarah. Hope you're doing well.
Hey.
And Polar as well. Chuck, what's going on?
Hello.
Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. And let me catch up here too. Denisha, what's going on, Denisha? Good to see you. All right, so let's keep on rocking and rolling. We got the opening out of the way. Our next category that we're going to kill, we're going to be talking about the supporting characters. And obviously for Wishmaster, we're talking about Robert Englund, we're talking about Nick, we're talking about the sister. What was her name? Shannon, right?
Shannon, yeah.
Supporting characters. That was her name, Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon.
Yeah. Okay. And then for Leprechaun, we're talking about. What was his name? Nathan and Alex and the other guy, the guy who swallowed the coin, Ozzy. Yeah. So those are the supporting characters we're talking about for Leprechaun Kill. So what do you got?
Okay. For me, overall, I'm gonna say the supporting characters for Wishmaster. They were a little bit more diverse in terms of, are they family members? Are they friends? Are they kind of rich a-holes like Robert Englund's character? Whereas on the Leprechaun side, they're just kind of annoying. They're just kind of all annoying and just kind of, hey, we're all here going through this. Let's all stay in this house and let's just do stupid stuff and not believe, these people when they say that there's a leprechaun or whatever. So I'm going Wishmaster.
All right. And real quick too, just to give a thank you to Sarah. Sarah gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Very cool.
Seriously, that's very kind of you, Sarah. Being sneaky as always, but so supportive of the channel. And it looks like it went. Oh, look at that! It went to Kyle. Kyle, you made it back. You made it back to the membership. Awesome. And Stephen, thank you for also thanking Sarah. It really helps out, and we really appreciate it. All right. Okay. So Coriander, how about you for supporting characters?
Yeah, there's really no comparison, honestly. So I mean, I have to give it to Wishmaster. So there you go.
Any particular reason?
Because, I mean, there were some cute moments, with the kid and Ozzy, but I mean, you've got Robert Englund and, and I'm sorry, he was an asshole, but I enjoy Robert and pretty much anything he does. So yeah, it was
Robert
just,
Trump,
Robert
Trump, three other guys.
Oh God, yes.
Okay,
pretty much.
right.
And what other movie did that, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not like it hasn't been done. So
all right. Okay.
Just
Chris saying Lep gets the win here. I could relate more to the characters in that than the ones in Wishmaster. Well, that's a good point. Ronan saying Wishmaster has horror royalty in that movie, so it's hand down on this one. Now we're not counting Kane and Tony Todd. It's just because Robert was actually a supporting character. The others had cameos. So we're talking about Robert. Basically, we're talking about Robert, the guy who was kind of the good friend, and also her sister Shannon. So it's those three against the three in Leprechaun. So Eric, what do you got?
I'm going with Leprechaun, and here's why. It's no disrespect to Robert, but in my opinion, I don't think he really does much in Wishmaster. He's there to smoke a cigarette, give her a tour through his museum, and that's about it. He hosts a party at the end. I don't think her, I don't want to say would-be boyfriend, he's doesn't really do anything, and he's taken out very easy. Her sister isn't given much to do. Now, the characters in Leprechaun, notwithstanding, I do find the young kid annoying, like Alex, but the other two characters, Nathan, at least he does something. He fights the Leprechaun. He tries to figure out a way to do it. Ozzy, he's got some fun moments, some lovable moments, and I think the three guys, who are the painters, they work well together. They're giving more to do. So I'm gonna have to go with Leprechaun because the other characters in Wishmaster are just kind of there and, like I said, don't really do anything. And it's a disappointment because if you have Robert Englund, give him something to do, and there's nothing.
Good point. All right, for me, I think there's good stuff on both sides. Obviously, kind of like what you were saying, Coriander, you got Robert Englund, so that's awesome. And when he was on screen, he was just great. He always is. I really do wish that they would have done more with the friend who got kind of taken out early in the early part of the movie, because the beginning of the movie, I thought that the dynamic between the two of them I thought was pretty good, as far as you've got Alexandra and you got this friend who wants to be more than a friend, and it seems like maybe not. So I was kind of disappointed in that. But then on the other side, you've got with Leprechaun, like you said, the three painters. I think they were fun, they were interesting, but I got to give the point to Leprechaun, because with those supporting characters, they did have more to do. You actually took some of the same thoughts I had, Eric. And although Robert's awesome, he's not in the movie as much. So it's like we only get little pieces of it, and they should have done more. Like they should have done. It's Robert Englund, man.
Exactly.
Like I get it. Tony Todd and Kane were like cameos,
Yeah, but
and that's fine.
you got to remember it was early in his career too.
Early in his
He did a
career.
few things here
In
and there. I'm
Roberts?
just
In
saying
Roberts'
Robert.
career?
Roberts.
Well,
Not in
you know, well,
Roberts.
not early, but you know
this
what
was
I
like
mean.
15. This is like 15 years after Elm Street. If
Yeah,
not
this
more.
is way after Freddy's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. I mean, come on, guys. Just
He's been Freddy six times. Freddy 6 times since this movie came out.
This was 97, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wishmaster was 1997.
New
Freddy's
Nightmare
Dead
might have
was
even come out
91,
by then.
So
I don't even know if New Nightmare could have even
it
been
did.
out too.
That was 94.
See? There you go.
Yeah, 94 was New Nightmare. So he was, well, effectively he was done with Nightmare until they did, But anyways, but it was close though, because I do think the supporting characters were good on both sides. So, all right, guys, let's go to our next one, the story kill. What do you got for me? What do you think about the story?
Okay, once again, I am a fan of bottleneck kind of films and stories, but Leprechaun is a little too confined for me. We're on a farm. It seems like that's the only place in town is this farm. Whereas Wishmaster, I mean,
Right?
we're in the city, flashbacks to old Persia, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Wishmaster,
All right.
Just more diversity in the sets and the settings.
All right. Okay. Real quick too in the chat, we got Jamie's in the chat. What's going on, Jamie? Jen saying, what about the professor in Wishmaster? She was a supporting character. She was, but I mean, she wasn't in it enough to really, in my opinion, to be counted. And she damn sure wasn't more of a supporting character than the painters in Leprechaun to me. So, I mean, they were basically in the whole movie. So that's how I look at that. Eric's saying, in Leprechaun, I remember the characters. In Wishmaster, I remember the actors playing the characters.
Great point.
That's a good point. That is an excellent point, and so I guess it kind of depends, are you more into it because of the actors or are you more into the characters in the story? And sometimes that might help you, how you make your decision, but that's a great point. Excellent point. Well said. Let's see. Ronan's going with Wishmaster for story. Russell's going with Wishmaster 2. Chuck as well. Coriander, how about you? Where are we going for story with you?
Yeah, Leprechaun to me was just it was too long for one thing, and I know why. I just saw bits and pieces, and I never actually really watched it straight through because it's hard. At least it was for me. So, yeah, Wishmaster hands down, definitely for story.
Okay, all right, we're going with Wishmaster. Eric, how about you? Where are we going with story for you?
I don't think either one of them are bad for the movies that they are. The Leprechaun story is very, very simple. But I'm going with Wishmaster because there's more to it. Like Kill said, the backstory, the I guess you'd say history lessons of the Jinn. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. This is just an evil leprechaun from Ireland who has his gold stolen. This is the fact that the Jinn were these evil creatures. The professor said it. Forget, Robin Williams. Forget Barbara Eden. That type of stuff. So I liked that. And then there was just a lot more to it that kept my interest. I mean, I would want to watch this movie, Wishmaster. Leprechaun I can have, but also maybe fiddle with my phone or something like that, and I wouldn't miss anything. So
right.
Points to Wishmaster.
Good point. All right. We're going with Wishmaster. Real quick before I get to mine, it looks like Gina gifted a membership as well. Thank you so much, Gina. Cool. Gina, let me just say, well, first of all, we're going to have to play something for you, Gina. But first of all, she rejoined after she was gifted a membership. So that's number one, is that she kept track of that, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I can't really keep track of it to the day. So once your gifted membership runs out, it's gone. And then it's up to you to re-up. And she did that on her own. That's number one. And number two, she just gifted one and it went to Gretchen. Very Gina, cool. Seriously, thank you so much. You've been so supportive of the channel for so long, watching so many videos, leaving so many comments. We really do appreciate it. Those are the types of things that really help us out so much. So Thank you. We really appreciate it. And let's do this one. We're gonna bring back some good memories from a little while ago. This one's for you, Gina.
Gotta work that ass for daddy.
And there it is. There it is. It doesn't get old, man. Kill, why are you shaking your head, boy?
He still hasn't recovered from last week.
I wasn't ready for it.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. Gina, you're all right saying I'm returning the favor. That's very kind of you as well. You know, so she's gifting out to someone because she was gifted one. You guys rock, seriously. You really do, and we appreciate you so much supporting us here and also the rest of our community. And by the way, Steven, thank you so much for keeping track of all that because it doesn't show up in StreamYard. So I'm like, behind the gun trying to keep track of all that. But thank you so much, bro. Thorn's in the chat too. What's going on? For story, to me, this was one of the easiest points to give. It's got to go to Wishmaster because of the fact of just the overall just complexity of it. There's a lot going on. Now, that's not to say the story in Leprechaun is bad, because I think it's pretty good. But I think it was either you, Eric, or Coriander saying for what it is, So I just think when we take the story for story, it's got to go to Wishmaster. There's no question about that at all. So that was easy. Okay, we're gonna get ready to go to our next one. Polar's cracking up. Steven said, "Wow."
Yeah, Steven must not have saw it last week.
Oh, that's right. You didn't see it last week, Steven. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Chris saying, Leprechaun again. Story was simple, straight to the point, and just good old dumb fun. There you go. Yeah. Stu's giving congrats to Gretchen. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. May's in the chat. What's going on, May? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Hey.
We got so many of our channel members here, the crew, so to speak. All right. Kill. Let's go to our next category, and that is the scarier threat in this movie. So no one's gone to space yet, and no one has dared to go to a hood yet. All right. We're just talking about the threat of Lep versus the Jinn. What do you think?
Okay. For me, this is the first kind of easy street question of the night. For me, I'm going to say the Jinn, Wishmaster. Because this dude is just sitting there kind of, creeping around. Sometimes he has someone's face on, sometimes he doesn't. And like, as soon as you make a wish, no matter what you say, he's going to spin it. And he's going to have you transparent and he walks through you, or he's going to have you lose your eyeballs. And, so you really, there's no winning with him. Whereas Lep, he's just going to nibble in your ear, bite your ankles a little bit, roll around on a skateboard and play peekaboo in kitchen cabinets and shit. It's like, all right, so yeah, layup question of the night. There you go.
All right. Yeah, real quick too. Carrie's in the chat. What's up, Carrie? And we got Sir James in the chat. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. He says Wishmaster, baby.
That's
good to
right.
see you, James. Hope you're doing well.
James.
I know you enjoy these. Ronan's saying Wishmaster for sure. All right. Wesley in the chat. What's going on? Saying scariest threat would have to be Leprechaun. As long as you don't make a wish, you are safe. I think that is a great point. That's all I'm going to say. Coriander, how about you? Scarier threat between the two?
I mean, I think everybody's forgetting that Leprechaun was held in this flimsy crate by this little 4-leaf clover for 10 years. Okay, so I don't think that's scary at all. I mean, all you need is a 4-leaf clover and, a laundry hamper, and he'd be trapped forever.
A laundry hamper. That was good.
So I have to say Wishmaster.
Yeah.
That was good, girl. You're all right. That was a good call on that. All right, Eric. Eric's like, I join these guys weekly for this. All right, Eric, what do you got?
I would say you guys keep me sane, but first off, I do want to say I like both of these movies for different reasons. Okay,
there you go.
And I do want to give a shout out to Chris from Horrorland. He's holding that torch for the underdog Leprechaun, so I have a connection with him for that. that notwithstanding, I'm going with the Jinn. And here's why. Both are mythological creatures. Both are magical. Yeah. The problem is the Leprechaun, as violent as he can be, and, you know, this and that, when he, like, as Kill says, when he's playing peekaboo, or instead of trying to actually, because he can do magic, instead of appearing right next to Jennifer Aniston in the Jeep, he's on roller skates and does a Wile E. Coyote through the fence.
You know what I mean? Wile E. Coyote is back again, man. Last week we had a little bit, and now we are back.
He's not as scary. He's not as scary. Don't get me wrong. He was what he does to Ozzy at the end of the movie. He finally kind of somewhat makes up for it, slicing him up. But this is a Jinn, like Kill said. Make a wish. He's going to twist it around to his benefit. You know what I mean? And it just looks alone. Yeah, much more scarier threat because he will make you make that wish, whether you like it or not. So going that way.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Real quick, too, we got Carrie saying, I enjoy Wishmaster for different reasons. I enjoy Leprechaun. Yep. All right. All right.
Good for you.
Ronan saying the pogo stick kill and Lep was, I have no words. Yeah, that was something else. Chris saying the Jinn, hands down. Throw some shoes and clovers at Lep and you're good.
See?
If you can find a clover, though, right? That's part of it, too.
You know how many I have in my yard? Good God.
Yeah, but are they 4-leaf clovers? That's the thing. They got to be 4-leaf.
I have 4-leaf clovers in my yard.
Destin's in the house saying, what's up, fam? Good to see you, Des. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man, from Destination Station. Steven saying, Wishmaster, the Jinn is hardcore. There you go. Oh, my God. Okay, so for scarier threat to me, kind of what you guys are saying, both of these, they're creatures, they're mythological creatures, and they both have weaknesses, different types of weaknesses. And some of you guys in the live chat have said it too. That being said, you know, I'm kind of putting the weaknesses to the side because I think both of them, you can make an argument for both. I think you really could, because with one, well, and we'll get to that maybe a little bit later, but you can make an argument for both. But I have to go with the Jinn because, again, you know, I just think that there's a lot more going on with him as a character. And, you know, like Kill said it too, man. I mean, he twists everything around. That's the thing. He actually preys on the kind of the weak-minded, you know, the people that do need something. So I'm going to go with him based upon that. Okay. All right. Real quick too in the chat, Gina says, I've got to watch that film in a few days. Freddy's Dead. Do you though?
Yeah. Yeah.
It did win though, man. Yeah. It did win.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, hey man, we can only go where we can go. And also just to remind you guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button. It helps to support the channel. We'd appreciate it. And Carrie or Steven, if you guys can give us a little bit of a lookout on the likes, that'd be great. Dominic's in the chat. What's going on, bro? Saying I love Wishmaster. There you go. And we got Phil. Phil's in the house. Phil's videos saying, hey there, horror fans. Every time I read that, Phil, I can hear you saying it, man. I can hear you saying it. Yeah. Dominic saying, I love both Leprechaun and Wishmaster. But when it comes to who would win in a fight, I choose Wishmaster because it's very hard to kill him. Wishmaster is almost like a god compared to Leprechaun. There you go.
Yeah, man.
There you go. And Destin saying, Freddy's Dead watch party. Let's go.
Do it.
No, I've seen that movie.
It's like, no. Do you know how much fun we could have doing that?
I think you're on your own with that one, Night.
Exactly, man.
I know. Thank you, Jen and Carrie, for letting us know what we got going on. All right, let's go to our next category. And let me just say this is actually, look, this is just interesting. That's all I gotta say. All right, so Kill, our next one that we're going to be talking about is the mystery factor, our classic category, the mystery factor, meaning, you know, the coriander what?
Well, this is so easy. The mystery factor. It's like, dude, yeah, the Leprechaun wants his friggin' gold. We get it. There's no mystery to that.
Well, but you don't know how to defeat him, though. They had to figure that out. Anyways, okay, but Kill.
I think we know Coriander's pick.
Yeah.
Well,
All night.
I agree with Coriander. Like with Leprechaun, there really isn't that much mystery. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe how to kill him or whatever. I'm gonna go with Wishmaster here because essentially the mystery was how do you solve them? How do you solve the riddle of the Sphinx? How do you solve the monkey's paw? And
wow,
our protagonist finally
great choice with that.
Yeah, our protagonist finally got it in the 0 hour,
right?
With statues about to like cut her down and all this other stuff.
That's right.
So yeah, once again, I'm have to go with Wishmaster.
All right. Okay. Coriander, you want to explain your choice?
I mean, you got to think about it. This kid did like this slingshot with a 4-leaf clover and right down, the leprechaun's throat. So yeah, man. Then look what happened to him. He like blew up into these green pieces, and bye. That was the mystery. Or either that, like I said in the beginning, he doesn't like 4-leaf clovers, so you could trap the fucker. So
he blew up into Lucky Charms. Okay,
he blew up into something. That's all I gotta say.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Eric, how about you?
As much as I'm shaking my head, I can't deny it. We're going with the Wishmaster because there's more to it. You had to once you didn't know how to defeat him. You know what I mean? You knew right away that a 4-leaf clover had to defeat the leprechaun. Alexandra, she had to use her wits to trick this. I think someone said like they're comparing the djinn to a god or something like that. You had to use your wits and she had to use her memory to trick this being. So I definitely got to give it to Wishmaster.
He was comparing himself to a god in the movie. So
yeah, he was. Yep.
Yeah.
Philip saying, as much as I love Leprechaun, I have to give it to Wishmaster. Okay. All right. Let's see. Nanette saying mystery factor goes to Wishmaster. All right. Steven says Wishmaster has a much better mystery factor. All right. And Destin says, damn it, I want some cereal now.
Right?
Oh my god, that was too funny. All right, so for me, mystery factor, it definitely they definitely try to set up that in both movies, and obviously one has a lot more mystery because there's a lot more to that character. So I have to go with Wishmaster on this one because of the fact that, and I think Kill said it best, Alex had to figure this thing out right up at the 0 hour. And even leading up to that, I was like, okay, how is she going to get out of this? She has to say the right type of wish. And I think it was really, really cool. She went through, especially the second half of the movie, trying to figure this stuff out. And yeah, it really was like we're entering a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside of an enigma. That's what it was. So did you say,
stop,
God?
That makes me want sushi. So stop.
Sushi?
Because it's wrapped.
Exactly.
Bro. I love
edamame, enigma,
A burrito is wrapped too, but that's not what I was thinking of when he was saying that.
God, man, you guys are crazy, man. All right, let's go. God, let's go to our next one. Kill. We're gonna go with acting. What do you got, bro?
Man,
this is another easy one, dude. Come on.
I'm gonna say neither movie had the best acting. But one of the movie, the actors in it were less annoying. So I'm gonna have to go with Wishmaster. And as far as the protagonist, the djinn, say what you want about the djinn's acting or the voice of the djinn and so forth. It was scary. It did its job. Whereas Lep is played, obviously for more comedy and so forth. But, and we love Warwick Davis, but as far as acting between, Robert Englund, our protagonist, yeah, I'm going with Wishmaster.
Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you?
I mean, yeah, this girl in Wishmaster here, she went through some shit. And I thought her acting was pretty good, actually. Compared to Jennifer, I mean, I love Jennifer Aniston, and she
Mhm.
got better as she aged. And Friends, I loved Friends, and she was great in Friends. But in this movie, I'm sorry, it's just her acting. Just nah, it didn't do it for me. So,
All right.
Wishmaster.
Okay. All right. How about you, Eric?
Kind of like what Kill said is, neither movie has that great of acting. The best acting was done by Robert Englund in both films, and he's hardly in Wishmaster. You know what I mean? Warwick does what he has to do with the character. I think he does a great job
Right.
going back and forth between goofy and air quotes scary. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Good point.
The two leads, acting wise, I thought they were kind of equal. They weren't anything special. But I get this is really tough. This actually really is tough. This is like the toughest one.
Eric's like, no, don't make me choose.
I'm going to go with Leprechaun based on this because I liked the performance of Mark Holton as Ozzy, and I thought Jennifer Aniston did a better job by like half an inch more than the girl who played Alex. So it's not really a victory, but it's a victory for Leprechaun.
Okay. All right. For me, this was kind of close as well, because I do think, again, you look at the amount of people, Robert obviously was very, very good, but he didn't have a big role. But you also had Jennifer Aniston, who I don't think was great, versus Alex, you know what I'm saying? But you did have Ozzy, and he was pretty good. So it's almost down the line, man. I almost flipped a coin on this when we pulled this up, and I was trying to think who I'm going to pick. You know what I mean? It's actually pretty damn close, but I do think I'll go with Leprechaun because, again, man, when you think about those three guys as the painters, they were interesting. They were funny, and I think that they had a lot of great character, man. So I'm gonna go with Leprechaun on this one.
Did anyone predict that? Like,
all right.
Did anyone predict that the hardest character category would be like acting between these two films out of all the subjects so far?
No, I
you know what I mean.
I didn't predict it. I didn't think it was going to be that close.
At least for me.
I don't know about you guys. Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Okay, next up, Kill. We're going to talk about Warwick and Andrew DeVoff and Warwick Davis. Which actor had more fun in their role? And this will also be an interesting one, in my opinion.
Well, if I was to go just off of a character getting to be more animated and zany, I would say Warwick. Now, Andrew did get to have some smug fun when like Kane Hodder was saying, yeah, you got to go through me. And he's like, oh, thank you. It was always like, oh, well, hey, if you're going to get me, you got to buy me a burger. Oh, I will. It was always
really?
Like that.
Is that quarter pounder?
Oh, really? Is that what you a Whopper? That's what you want? Okay, I'll make you a Whopper. No, don't make me into a Whopper. It's like, okay, all right, yeah. But I'm gonna go with Warwick on this one because, like I said earlier, he's in Pee-wee's Playhouse, man. He's in kitchen cabinets. He's popping through the floor, biting ankles. He's rolling around on skateboards and talking all types of shit and puns and you got me gold. And stealing people's boots and shining them after he kills them.
He's shining shoes after he kills them.
So yeah, Warwick was living his best life. So I'm gonna give it to Warwick.
All right. Ronan's in the chat saying Warwick wins this one. Trickster saying Warwick went from Willow to Leprechaun. Philip going with Warwick. Yeah, Willow was awesome too, man. Let's see. Hale's going with Warwick. Let's see. Jamie saying Andrew because he gets to be way more sinister and manipulative. Okay, all right. Coriander, how about you? Which of these actors had more fun?
I mean, it's obviously a little Leprechaun's gonna have more fun and be, a little asshole because that's what he is. And then you got Andrew who, like, he enjoys the pain that he's inflicting on these people.
That's right.
He is just, to me, is just more sinister in every way, and
Oh yeah, yeah, he's
just
definitely more sinister.
enjoying his role. I think he totally, enjoyed playing this role, and I think he did a great job. So I have to go with Wishmaster.
Okay, so he had more fun. Okay, all right.
I think so.
Er-
Hell yeah.
Eric, how about you?
Oh, this one's super easy. Got to go with Warwick Davis as having more fun. Because, don't get me wrong, it's always fun to sometimes play the bad guy. You know what I mean? And Andrew
Yeah.
is doing a great job. I think he does a better job when he's actually the djinn and not in his human disguise. You know what I mean? Sometimes he's very, very flat when he's trying to be menacing, and I think he's taking himself too serious at times.
Mhm.
Warwick, to quote Coriander, being that little shit, you know what I mean? He knows what he's in. He's having fun. And like a lot of his facial features, I think, are fun. Like you guys mentioned the shiny in the shoes. As dumb as the bit is, when they're throwing the shoes in the field, and his look of frustration when he has to go from shoe to shoe. You know what I mean? He's rolling his eyes and having fun. The little quips he does when he spits out the Lucky Charms because it tastes nasty, that type of stuff. You can tell he's having fun. You know what I mean? So I got to give it to Warwick.
Okay. All right. For me, this one, again, it's both actors I think had fun doing what they were doing. And obviously with Andrew, he had to portray, the sneaky, slimy, very intense character who also had a lot of smoothness to him, depending on who he was trying to lure into the whole idea of making the wishes, which was pretty cool to see. I mean, he's great as a villain anyway. Shout out to Lost, because every time I see him, I always think of him in Lost. Right, Kill? You know that. And Coriander, we were talking about that too. So I think he had fun in that way. Warwick, he's kind of what Kill said earlier. He's on roller skates. He's in a Barbie car. He's just, when the officer said you're a little too young to be driving, he's like, I'm 600 years old. And I'm like,
and he's serious when he says that too.
He's dead serious, bro. He's like, how dare you card me? I'm 600, bro. So anyways, I got to go with Warwick on this one. I think that, he was able to not only, have those moments with the quips, but he did have some seriously creepy and intense moments as well. I think he played both sides of the spectrum more so than Andrew. Andrew was smooth, and manipulative and intense, but he wasn't throwing out that idea of like fun, the fun factor, as you would call it, Eric. So I'm going to go with Warwick on this one. All right, real quick in the chat. Let's see. Philip is saying to Dominic, I think Leprechaun 6 Back to the Hood is better than 5. There it is.
It is.
Oh, it is. Lord. Oh, Lord. D saying, I think me and the Leprechaun would be good friends. There you go. Ronan saying Warwick killed a man via bouncing on top of him with a pogo stick and singing along while he did it. Yeah, man. Warwick was having a good day. Thank you to Freddie and Chucky. Right? That's no, for real. They paved the way. Like once we got to Dream Warriors, especially Dream Master, the roadmap was right there for everybody to just jump on in and have some fun and throw out a bunch of quips. So
that's true. It was MTV's influence because Freddie had his MTV specials. The Leprechaun of all things hosted MTV Spring Break. So it was Warwick Davis. So that goes and tells you something.
There you go. Yep.
That's too bad.
Sunrise in the chat. What's up, Sunrise? Good to see you, man. Destin saying Leprechaun smoked the devil's lettuce. He's more fun, hands down. Trickster saying, I'd say it's close, but I have to give it to Leprechaun. And Mike is saying, we don't talk about Leprechaun 4. There you go, bro. You know what's going on.
I'll tell you what, it's not the worst one, so you process that.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
I don't have to process a damn thing.
All right. Next up, Kill. The final girl. So we obviously are talking about Jennifer Aniston versus Alex. So what do you think, bro?
Okay, well, since Jennifer Aniston didn't really kill the leprechaun, and a kid with a slingshot was able to take a tiny piece of foliage and
Mhm.
slingshot
He
it,
said
and the foliage did not rip apart, you know, in the air by a
Right down the throat.
and a straight shot straight down the
Dennis the
throat.
Menace.
Yeah,
That's
in
right.
comparison to this adult woman who man in the halls of other final girls like Jenny was able to think quick on her feet and was able to solve this riddle. I'm giving it to Wishmaster because
Yeah.
he did what nobody was able to do all these hundreds,
Mhm.
thousands of years. She was able to beat the djinn.
All right. There you
Mhm.
go. Coriander, how about you?
I mean, Killian said it all. So there you go. Wishmaster for me.
Oh man. All right. Gotcha. Eric, how about you?
Even though Jennifer Aniston didn't technically kill the leprechaun,
Mhm.
I don't know if I would compare Alex to Ginny, but I get Killian's point.
Mm.
I liked the fact that it's going to Wishmaster. I like the fact that Alex had to use her brain. You know, she had to trick him at the end. And even though I personally think we also see more of Jennifer Aniston, even though we see less of Alex, I thought she was more of a likable character too, because I didn't really like Jennifer Aniston's character. I mean, she did what she was supposed to be. She was supposed to be, like a spoiled girl from the valley. You know what I mean? And now she's stuck living on the farm. I didn't really give a crap about her until maybe the last 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I always liked Alex, so I'm going to give it to her for that too.
Okay. All right. Very, very cool. So for Final Girl, I think this one might be the easiest one for me of the whole thing. I have to go with Alex. I think first of all, and I think Kill said it too, she figured out what she had to do. She was a very strong character throughout the movie, engaging, and I gotta admit, man, she's like an unsung, underrated Final Girl in my opinion. She definitely deserves to be in the conversation for really good Final Girls. I mean, she went through a lot. Like Coriander said it really well earlier. She went through a lot as far as her story arc. You know what I mean? And dealing with her past and trauma. And I think that was cool. She was very intelligent, and she didn't fall into too many of the tropes. And not that tropes are bad, but she was just really well presented and is a great Final Girl. So I got to go with Alex, and that one was pretty damn easy for me. Really, really. Chris from Horrorland saying Final Girl Alex all the way. Eric going with Alex. Sunrise going with Alex. D's going with Alex. All right. Wow, you guys are going, man. Philip saying I think both are good. Okay. Nanette going with Alex as well. All right. Very, very cool. Okay, Kill, we're almost at the end here, man. Next category, the finale. And as we know, the finale is, last whatever 10 to 15 minutes of the movie. Which was the better finale?
With this one, I'm gonna have to once again go with Wishmaster, and my reasoning for that is, we're at another party at Robert Englund's place, kind of where most of this, at least in the modern age, takes, begins and ends here with him trying to have his collection of statues. Shit is hitting the fan. And the djinn is getting impatient to the point where he's like, okay, I'm going to force you to make a wish. I'm going to put your sister in a painting. I'm going to make every piece of armor or a statue of a Mongolian warrior come to life and kill you. So he was enough. He was like, enough with this. All right. He was like Dr. Loomis, like, enough.
If that girl dies tonight.
Yeah. He had no more patience. No more patience at all. Whereas Lep, he's just, still trying to get that last gold coin and all this, and just, like, and then he explodes into Lucky Charms. So for me, once again, Wishmaster.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
I mean, this is, again, pretty easy. You already pretty much talked about the finale almost in the last question. We know how we got defeated. We know how the movie ends. And the finale to Wishmaster, there was just way more to it. And yeah, you got to see how she defeated him, which was pretty damn cool. So I have to give it to Wishmaster.
All right. Okie dokie. And real quick, too, Ronan being sneaky in the chat, but in an awesome way, gifting a membership. Looks like Wesley was gifted a membership, and
Very
that
cool.
is very, very cool. Wesley, welcome to the channel membership. And I'm sure you'll thank Ronan. Ronan obviously has been gifting memberships right and left every week, man. Thank you so much, man.
That's awesome.
We really do appreciate that. It really helps out a lot. And
Enjoy that Freddy's Dead watch party.
that's right,
Oh
man.
God, no.
That's right. And Ronan saying, "You're welcome, guys." Seriously, man. Thank you so much. Really, really cool stuff. Okay. All right. So, Eric, where are we going with finale?
This is easy street. You know, me and Kill. You know, we pretty much covered that street like in all these. It's going to Wishmaster. Now, I do want to give props to the finale of Leprechaun because we finally see Warwick drop the goofy stuff. And you know, when he looks at Ozzy and says, you know, it's your belly I want, and he's slicing him up. That was cool to see. And I do like how Ozzy, being this childlike character, he's willing to take it and die for his friend Alex. So I like that bit of an arc. Yeah. But that notwithstanding, there's so much more going on in the Wishmaster finale. It's like the beginning times 10. You know what I mean? Because you have it's not just the ruler of Persia wanting this all to stop. Alex is seeing all this stuff happen, the creativity, and then she still won't do it. And I just love I love the special effects, the gore. Those statues coming to life was an awesome thing for me. That's one of my favorite, I guess you would say, tricks or troubles that the djinn does. And again, just the fact that she tricks him and makes it like this, it never happened, other than the fact that it was just Dennis the Menace saying an Arnold Schwarzenegger quote and shooting, you know, a piece of gum down his throat. So you got to go with Wishmaster.
All right. Okay. For me, this was maybe the second easiest one. It's got to be for Wishmaster because the finale just had so much going on. It was really, really cool. A lot of gore, a lot of action. The story was ramped up times 10, and plus just that final situation with Alex and trying to figure everything out. It had everything that you really wanted in a horror movie, and I was, like I said, I hadn't seen this in so long, so it was almost like, you know, kind of being reintroduced to it. So it was absolutely amazing. So very, very cool. So I'm going with Wishmaster. Okay, next up, Kill. We have gold or 3 wishes. Okay, so this is a one where we're gonna give the point, and the loser will be taken away points. So based upon what we saw in these movies, which would you rather get, the gold or the 3 wishes? Based upon these movies.
Oh, okay.
I don't want the wishes because no matter what I say, you know, like, you know, I want to be rich. Oh, you want to be rich? You will. And then a mountain of money crushes me. You know, like,
good point.
A mountain of money crushes me.
Like the insurance with the mom and the plane ride. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, you know, I want to swim through money like Scrooge McDuck. Oh, you will. And as soon as I jump, I break my neck because I'm not. Yeah, no, I'll take the gold and I'll just handle it like It Follows. I'll just keep moving. I'll just have to keep moving because he'll just haunt me, you know, forever. But at least I might live a little longer.
All you need is a freaking 4-leaf clover.
There you go.
You know,
Coriander knows what's going on.
But what if you live in Antarctica?
Put him in a friggin' suitcase.
Wait, say that again, Eric.
I said all we need is a 4-leaf clover. What if you live in Antarctica?
I'll mail you one.
The question was
just survive up until you get it.
But the question was,
okay, it's that easy.
But the question was,
it is.
Which would I rather take? The goal, not how to kill them. You know, we know that, but it's like I don't want the wishes because I don't know how to say stuff. Yeah, I think I'm smart.
to say so.
No.
Like,
So yeah,
All right.
I'd rather
Okay.
take the gold.
All right, man. Real quick, too. Steven's heading on out saying, got to run, but this was a blast. See you soon, Night, Killing Coriander and Eric.
See you,
Great show
Steven.
tonight.
Bye.
Thanks so much, bro. Much appreciated. You're all
Hey,
right. Coriander, how about you? Of the two, which, based upon what we saw in the movies, which one are you going to take?
Obviously, I'd take the gold. I'm not too scared of this little friggin' leprechaun.
Okay.
Bring it on, I say.
It's
Bring
funny
it
how
on.
it's funny how she paints the negative picture even if she's picking Leprechaun.
Yeah, I'll take
right.
the gold with his bitch ass.
Yeah, you bitch.
I got a hamper and plenty of clovers. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right.
You know it.
Real quick too in the chat, Philip's going with the gold. Let's see what else. And we also got a super chat coming in from Sunrise, my man Sunrise, $2 super chat saying just my usual tip for great content. Hey man, thank you so much. I
Nice.
see that is very kind of you, man. That's very, very cool. Just, and it's appreciated. You don't have to do that, but it's kind that you do that so often. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. That's very cool. Because we definitely try to put some good stuff out there, man. We really do. All right. So Eric, how about you? Which one are you going to go for? Are you going to go for the gold or are you going to go for the 3 wishes?
Now, since you said based on the movie, this is much, much easier. I'm going with the gold because here's why. Obviously, the djinn is going to twist it around, kind of like Kill said. Scrooge McDuck, jump in the gold and break your neck. He's going to make you regret it. Okay. Yeah. Now the leprechaun, he's got magic, but he's not very smart. Like I said, instead of going in the Jeep, he put himself on roller skates. You know what? Instead of teleporting right to the farm, he's going all the way down Highway 64 in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? He's not the brightest guy in the world. Also, I just thought about this. If it's based on this movie, I'll spend the gold somewhere. He'll go after that person with the coin, like with the shop owner. So eventually, I'll be out of gold coins and I'll be scot-free.
There you go.
Very true.
All right. I love that. Eric's always... That's a good explanation, bro. I like that. All right. So for me, this one, yeah, man. I mean, I got to go with the gold because like Coriander said it best, I'll take my chances. And if I'm in Antarctica, I'm going to call somebody up and have them mail me the clover.
You call me up. I'll look you up.
We'll figure this thing out, man. But with the 3 wishes, it's just too tricky, man. And I think Kill actually said it best. Yeah, you could find ways to make it work, but you got to be so careful. Like you can't mess up a single word in that wish. And he's so smooth about it. He's almost trying to get you to say something that's just going to like totally screw you over. So yeah, that's the thing to me, man. It's like you got to be really, really careful with the wishes. And if you screw up one single
make me a good meal. Oh, I'll make you a good meal.
Yeah, you're the turkey in the oven.
And he turns you into a steak or something. Yeah. A human steak.
I love it. I love it. Okay, next up, let's bring this up here. Okay, so we've got the fire opal or the 4-leaf clover. Which would you rather have to use to defeat the antagonist? Kill, we'll start with you.
I mean, well, since Coriander has an armada of 4-leaf clovers, I would say that. I mean, man, how am I going to fight this guy? Oh, here you go. Hey, back, the spawn of,
man.
So I would say just on ease of accessibility. If I'm somewhere that not Antarctica, I would say the 4-leaf clover.
Oh my God. All right. Real quick too, we got Carrie's in the chat saying Leprechaun's a killer guy. All right. And also just to remind you guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button. It really helps to support us. We appreciate it. Barb's in the chat too saying I'll take the 3 wishes over the gold. There you go, Barb.
Good luck.
She's like, I'm gonna be careful. Yeah.
She's not afraid.
Yeah.
Barb lives dangerous.
That's right. Sunrise coming in with another super chat, man. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, it's you know what I'm saying, man. Thank you. Saying Jen should have offered gold. Oh, there you go. Yes. Very, very true.
How do you say it? how do you say it?
Yes, you got to be
I
careful.
want all the gold in the world. Oh, I'll give you all the gold in the world. Like,
Yeah, and then boom, it crushes you. Yeah.
Fatality.
Yeah. Fatality. I love it. That's right, man. Barb says risky business. It is.
Got a girl.
She likes to live dangerous.
Yeah. Coriander, how about you? I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say, but which do you think would be easier to use between the 4-leaf clover or the fire opal? So we're gonna be giving a point and taking away from the other that you don't.
I mean, with the abundance of clovers in deer meat, I'm like all set. I could strap some of that meat on friggin' this leprechaun. And you know how many wild animals would just come and chase after him? And yeah, man.
All right.
Good.
Wow. There you go. Jen, thank you for keeping track of the likes in the chat. We're at 46. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Okay, Eric, how about you? Where are we going with this?
Apparently, even if I'm in Antarctica, I'm safe as long as the postal service, doesn't take their time with their 4-leaf clovers. Corey, and I'm going with the 4-leaf clover.
I'll overnight ship it, dude.
See, look at that FedEx.
You
got
it.
Here's the thing. All I got to do, I don't necessarily even have to have it touch him. You know what I mean? He was trapped in a crate for 10 years. You know what I mean? It just has to get close to him. How in the hell am I going to get that gin into the fire opal? You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. If I was in the middle of Robert Englund's party, I don't know if I would have, the wits or anything to be so calm to think about how to trap him. You know what I mean? So you gotta take that into consideration as well. So 4-leaf clover definitely gets the win.
All right. Okay. For me, well, once again, Coriander's got, like Hill said, the armada of 4-leaf clovers. So we are ready to rock.
You can wear it around your neck like, a ring of garlic for vampires or something.
That's right. It'd be like a big 4-leaf clover, like Flava Flav with the clock, man. It's like, we're ready.
Eating Lucky Charms at your table just in case.
Yeah, boy. We're ready for the leprechaun apocalypse. Danielle's in the chat. What's going on? Good to see you too, Danielle. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the 4-leaf clover. This one was pretty much standard. There's no doubt that would be the choice for me. No doubt at all. Okay, all right, Kill. We've got one more, our last one. This is gonna be another plus and minus category. We've got the Jinn or Lep. Which character would you rather be?
Rather be.
Would I rather be?
Which would you, based upon what we've seen in the movies or this movie, one movie versus another, which you have to pick one. Which character would you rather be?
So both of them to me have cons, and I'll be quick. Lep, his con is sort of like what Eric said. He's stupid. He's not the smartest guy. The Jinn, his con is he can only use his omnipotent powers when you make a wish.
Right.
But with that being said, I would probably rather be the Jinn because people are inherently greedy and he is supremely intelligent. So he will twist your stuff around so he can kill you and take over the world. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. If they wish, right? If they wish.
They always.
If they wish.
They always.
Well, you'll be in the opal at first. Coriander, how about you? Where are we going with you?
All right. Look, I'm not very tall as it is, so I'm not going to become a leprechaun and become even shorter. So I'm going to go Wishmaster.
Okay. All right. Eric, how about you?
You know me. You guys, the three of you guys know me. The chat knows me. I'm a fun guy. I'm going to go with the leprechaun because he's a dude who knows how to have fun. You know what I mean? He might not be the smartest guy in the world, but you know what? You can tell he likes to, when he's got his gold, he'll hang out in his little cave. He'll have himself a bottle of Jameson, and he'll just have himself some fun.
Watching the Celtics game.
Exactly.
Watching the Celtics game. That was good.
The Jinn, on the other hand, he's gonna have a hard time. You could tell he lives a frustrating life. What if he can't get that wish granted? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
what if he's stuck in that opal, sitting in that chair for eternity with his little old dogs? You're gonna get bored really quick. So I'm definitely gonna be the leprechaun. At least I can roller skate. You know what I mean? I have my pogo stick by my side. I can find a way to entertain myself. Going with
until Coriander puts you in a hamper with the 4-leaf clover over.
I will go down with a smile on my face because I was having fun.
I was about to say Eric could run away because Leprechaun's pretty fast. He's gonna run from Coriander.
I will get in my Barbie car and I will drive to Antarctica, and I will be safe.
There you go.
You think?
Real quick. She said you think. Real quick, man. Sunrise is on a roll, man. Coming in again with another super chat. Thanks, bro. Saying, hey, Eric, I want to see a Quantumania with Wishmaster. Could be the same concept. Okay, there you go. A bunch of Wishmasters all around. There you go. Love it, man. Thank you so much. For me, Eric, you were kind of saying some of the things I was thinking about too, man. Like the Jinn, he started to get pretty irritated at the end of the movie because he was trying to get people to say things a certain way, and like you just got to be smart enough and not desperate. Although most people are greedy, like Kill said. But again, if I'm stuck in the opal, like that's no fun, man. At least with Leprechaun, you know, like you said, you could jump in your Barbie car, you can go to Burger King. You know, get yourself a Whopper and a milkshake. You got enough coins to deal with.
Make sure Shamrock Shake.
Shamrock Shake. That's right. You got to do that.
Get yourself some Thin Mints, all that good stuff. You know,
St. Patrick's Day. You head out to Boston. You blend in with the crowd. You know what's going on.
Oh, come on now,
have yourself some green beer. You're good to go.
Wear a silver Shamrock mask.
Yeah. That's right.
Silver Shamrock. Oh my God! All right, so I'm going with Leprechaun.
Yeah, compose yourself, man. We're serious here on this channel. Come on.
Yeah, we are, man. All right, so look, let me catch up to the chat, and then we got to do up our count, and then we got to see who won this thing. Troy's in the chat saying the Jinn. It would be fun to find ways to twist people's wishes. Lep is just chasing gold like it's his crack. That's right.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah,
Barb saying it would be fun to be the Jinn.
See,
yeah.
Danielle saying both of them are monsters and need some moisturizer. Oh, what?
That's true.
Very true.
Sunrise
Although the Jinn could just wear someone else's face.
True.
That's true too. Yeah. Sunrise saying this is a great episode. Thank you guys and gals. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, man. Chris says Leprechaun for sure. There you go. All right. And Sunrise is heading out. Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you. And thank you so much for the support tonight, as always. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Mike says, love the videos, guys. Thank you so much, Mike. Thanks. We appreciate that. We're having fun here, too. All right. So while I'll tally this up, let's just get some final thoughts from you guys. Kill, I'll start with you, and then Coriander, and then Eric. Just give me your final thoughts on this episode so far.
Well, you know, it's funny when it's been a while since I've watched Wishmaster and Leprechaun in its entirety, and it was just interesting, kind of a la Nightmare on Elm Street, to see how the Jinn was going to kill you. You know, because a lot of those kills were very inventive, and it was just kind of like, oh man, how is he going to do? What is he going to do to Cain here? Like, oh no, you know. So I really loved that fact of it. Whereas with Leprechaun, you know, other than the pogo stick kill, you know, it was like, you know, ripping at your face, biting at ears, biting at ankles, you know, slicing at stomachs. Like, all right, you know. So yeah, the Jinn, he was evil and hardcore.
There you go. How about you, Coriander?
You know, Leprechaun, I really have never been a fan of. And this is the first time, you know, that I've actually seen Wishmaster.
That's
so cool. It was a pleasant surprise. And yeah, I'm kind of sad that it's taken this long for me to see this movie. I don't know how the other ones are, but I really enjoyed this one. So really. So there you go then. Yeah. There you go then.
This was your first time watching. Did you realize how many horror cameos there were, other than maybe Cain and Robert?
When, you know, it was nice seeing all the people that was in this movie,
Yeah.
So it was enjoyable
Reggie
all around.
Bannister showed up as the
Yeah.
pharmacist.
I loved it. Yeah,
Angus
Reggie.
Angus was the narrator. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
It was
Yes,
cool.
indeed.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to see this for the first time, but I will say, yeah, stick with this one. The sequels are more missed than hit type of thing.
Mhm.
Like I said earlier, these are both. I like both of these movies for different reasons. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Wishmaster is more serious, air quotes. You know what I mean? I like the look of it. The mythology, the cameos are fun. But you know what? Every now and then you want to put on a dumb movie. You know what I mean? We all have our dumb movies that we like to go to for like comfort food. You know what I mean? That you can just bad day at work, you put your feet up. Okay, I guess I'll fall asleep to Leprechaun on the couch. You know what I mean? Something like that. So this was a lot of fun, and it was cool seeing how it wasn't so one-sided. You know what I mean? Just on paper, you think Leprechaun's going to lose, in my opinion, every category until you actually have to think about it. So that's what I really dig about these versus streams, because you have to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree, man. Let's see. I almost have this figured out. Yeah, man. This. Oh man, you guys aren't going to believe this.
It's a tie.
This I can't believe. Now, first of all, as we were going through this was a little bit closer than I was thinking. It really, really was. This is crazy, man. We do have a winner, though.
Okay.
We do have a winner. So let's talk about how we get here. By 4 points. Only by 4 points, 24-20. We've got a winner. The winner is Wishmaster.
Yeah.
I really thought Leprechaun was going to win.
No, it was didn't.
No, well, what she thought and what she wanted are two different things.
Oh, you mean because of how I was wording it?
No, just because how it was working out. Like, just I don't know. I just
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. Like, watch somehow this Leprechaun is gonna win.
Yeah.
Luck of the Irish, he's gonna win.
It was close, man. It was really, really close. It was 24-20, and wow. I'm serious. That's pretty close. All of these have been close. Like none of them have been a landslide. So that's pretty cool too, man.
Knight, I'm gonna put you on the spot. 100% honest. Did you end up hating Leprechaun as much as you remembered from childhood?
Listen, I've always Coriander's laughing. Listen, first of all, and you guys know this, I absolutely love Warwick Davis. I mean, all four of us grew up at a time when Warwick Davis was just in a lot of cool stuff. So he's absolutely fantastic. And as a character, I think he had a lot of fun, and there were some really good moments. I have more of a problem with the rest of the franchise than the original, but I hadn't seen the original since I was a kid. I guess I could say I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would, because for me, the rest of the movies painted that picture, but absolutely. I will say, you said it really well, Eric. These are two different types of movies. One is having fun and the other one is being very dark and intense. So they're two different types of horror movies. You know what I mean? And you could be in a certain mood for one or totally not be in the mood for the other. When we watched Leprechaun, it was kind of like, oh, all right, because it didn't have enough of that intensity that we were, or at least for me, I'm not speaking for Coriander, but enough of the intensity that I wanted, but it did have a lot of fun and had a couple moments where it's laugh out loud. So that's how I'll answer. It wasn't as horrible as I remembered. I don't think it's a horrible movie. It's just a different type of horror movie. I said it to Coriander. Leprechaun's a type of movie. Kill, you remember when we were kids and, Sunday nights they'd play, something on ABC that was, either horror or thriller, but it was light enough that even us as kids could watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's what Leprechaun is to me. Like if you're a young kid or someone that's not really big into horror and you're trying to get your, dip your toe into it a little bit, Leprechaun's the movie for you. If you're well, I'm talking about for kids. I'm talking about for a little kid, someone that's not wanting something very intense, because Wishmaster is totally different in tone, in my opinion.
And that's the thing. You also, it's kind of like you have to put yourself in a mind frame of what you're going to see. Unless you're completely blind, you know you're going to see a movie about a killer leprechaun. There's going to be a different mind frame than if you're going to watch something like Wishmaster.
Right.
So,
right
but no,
right.
that's cool that you didn't hate it as much as you remembered. You gave it a second shot.
Yeah, man,
Very cool.
and you know, and I gave it some points, man. You know,
Mhm.
it had a couple of points that I just had to give it to, and I was like, yeah. But that's what's so fun about this is these categories. You know, if you're really being real about it, these categories make you sometimes you vote for the movie that you may not be the biggest fan of, but you got to admit that certain aspect of the movie might edge out the competition that we're talking about. So it's really interesting that way.
Very cool. Coming soon,
Jen-
Hellraiser Bloodlines.
Stop
Right?
it. Stop it. You know better.
Oh my god. I don't man.
Look at Quinn. She's like, no. She's like, we will not do this.
I'm not doing that again.
Oh, I was hoping you had that. Perfect.
Yeah.
No.
There it is. Jen, hopefully, if you're still in the chat, we'll catch you later. She had to head on out. Troy was saying, like you pointed out, Freddie and Chucky paved the way for Lep, but Lep's best aren't even as good as the worst of those series, in my opinion. All right. Retro's in the chat. Believe it or not, but Wishmaster 2 was decent, had some good and funny kills. All right. Trickster saying, put Leprechaun against other comedy horror movies. Yeah, that would be kind of interesting to look at it that way. It really would. It really would. But anyways, guys, Wishmaster pulled it out. 4-point victory. These have all been close, which it's been interesting to see these play out, man. And like I said, Eric's kept track of the records, and you know, Jason's pulled out a whole bunch of wins. And the tall man got away with one, Damien got away with one. But friggin' Michael, is he 0-4?
He's 0-3 down in the basement all by himself.
0-3.
No one loves Michael. And that's what that's what I like, because this channel here, you're always doing Michael Myers videos and stuff like that. But with these categories, it shows that even the ones that you personally love, they're not always gonna pull out that victory.
That's right, man. That's right.
What I love about these streams.
Yeah, that's what I love about this too, man. It's really, really interesting. But Michael's got to pick up a victory at some point, Mike,
and I will say this, if we ever do Halloween 3, and I'm not throwing that out there, but if we ever do Halloween 3, I'm sorry, and it wins, Michael doesn't get that victory. That's going to be Colonel Cochran. So
that's right. You're right. You're right. Mike said, "What's the next video?" We're gonna decide that and put that up hopefully within the next couple of days. But it's fun, man. We got a couple of different ideas that we're toying around with. Philip saying the streams are always a great time. It really is, man. We're having fun with this, getting some laughs and stuff like that. So yeah. So anyways, as usual, guys, you guys know the rules. If you haven't already, hit the like button. It helps to support us. We'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also, hit the notification button and put it on all, so you know when we go live. I know Jen's been frustrated with YouTube not notifying her of our streams, but hopefully that'll get better. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Eric's channel, it's in the link that is in the description as always. So go to his channel, subscribe to him. We definitely want him to be supported, and always appreciate having him here. So I think that's about it. The rest of you guys, thank you so much. Barb said, have you ever done Scream 3 versus Scream 4? We haven't done that one. We've got a list. So who knows? We might, you never know. Danielle saying, thanks, Night and Panel. Thank you too. We appreciate you guys coming here. So anyways, we will catch you guys later. As usual, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace.
Cheers.
Cheers.